Hello.
Welcome back.
So
We were prepared.
So we've hit every color, and now we're on literally everything else.
Yeah.
Welcome
Colorless and multicolored.
multicolorless. Aha, there we go. That's what I'm putting in the thumbnail. Welcome to the multicolorless review. Let's just get right in. It's late. We're tired. We want to get this done. I've got servos and human clerics. I don't know why. It's just on my desk.
Okay.
And insects. Aerial engineer. 2 white red for a 2/4 human artificer. As long as you control an artifact, aerial engineer gets +2/+0 and has flying. This could be a 4-mana 4/4 flyer.
And it's probably not going to be hard to have an artifact.
Yeah, blue-white is definitely the section where we're the most looking at artifacts. Kind of reminds me of Historic from last set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely something I'm looking out for. I'm thinking 3 for this card.
Yeah, I'd say 3.
Obviously, if you don't have it, it's just a 2/4 and it's pretty bad. But no, once you get
it's fine.
4-mana 2/4 is not even like an ability at that point. But who knows? Oh boy, it's a dragon.
Arcades, the strategist. 1 green, white, blue, so it's quite the mana investment.
Mm-hmm.
Flying, Vigilance, 3/5, Elder Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a creature with Defender enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Each creature you control with Defender assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power, and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Now, what's the only 2 Defenders we've seen in this set?
It's like the 03 in green and the 05 in blue.
Those are the O2 the Dragon Deck Defender.
Yeah, but that'd be in red. You're playing
And then
4
there's the 2/3 Defender in white.
Yes, there's that one. So we got about 3 defenders in color.
Yeah, so...
Don't worry about that ability. Look at the fact that it's a 4-mana 3/5 flying vigilant.
I'd say it's a 3 on those stats. But because it's 3 colors.
I'm thinking 4. That's a really good stat line.
I'm a 3 on this.
Okay.
I'm like a hard 3 on this. It's 3 colors. It has a gaggle of meaningless text. You might draw 1 card off of it.
I'm here for the body. That is a big flyer, and I think...
Oh, it's a flying vigilance is insane. But there are other dragons in the set that just block it and kill it. Lathless kills this. Another dragon kills it. Like this.
It also doesn't let you get the best red removal spell in the set for dragons, so can't run it that way.
I'm solidly a 3 on it.
Alright. Brawl Bash Ogre. 2 black-red for a 3/3 Ogre Warrior with Menace, and whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Huh. So 4-mana 3/3 Menace on its own is a fairly good stat line. I'd see myself playing
Pretty good, yeah.
The sacrifice ability actually might become relevant late game.
Yeah, the only real things that you can sacrifice in those colors, though, are goblins?
Yeah, the goblin.
Dragon eggs there, too. I don't know, you're not...
Yeah, it's not... It's definitely very powerful, so I actually am probably going to get this a 3, but it's just...
Yeah, it's a 4-mana 3/3 Menace is already probably a 3. You're like happy to pick it up if you're in red and black.
I think there are better sack outlets for black and red.
Yeah.
But no, definitely still a very fine creature and definitely can still win you games.
Yep. Our next card is Chromium the Mutable. 4 white, blue, black, flash, flying, uncounterable 7/7 Elder Dragon. Discard a card until end of turn. Chromium the Mutable becomes a human with a base power and toughness 1/1. Loses all abilities and gains hexproof. It can't be blocked this turn.
This card's amazing.
This is a 5.
This is a 5. This is a holy crud.
3 colors be damned.
That,
This is a 7/7 flyer
with flash.
for 7 with flash that protects itself.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
This is a 5. This will win you several games.
Oh man. Draconic Disciple. 1 green, red for a 2/2 human shaman. You can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, or for 7, sacrifice it. You can create a 5/5 red dragon creature token with flying. Oh man, that's really good.
I'm a 3 on this card.
High 3.
Yeah.
Early game, 3 mana, 2/2 mana dork is perfectly acceptable. Not the best, but definitely something you consider playing. Late game,
Look,
it becomes
it makes
a dragon.
a creature that can block Arcades.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. No,
know.
it makes a 5/5 dragon later. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely very good.
It's fine. Our next card is another reprint from Amonkhet. Enigma Drake. 1 blue-red, star 4 Drake with flying. Enigma Drake's power is equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. This card is perfectly fine. I still am on a 3 on it because you're going to be casting spells throughout the game, regardless of what the colors are you're in.
So by the time you play it, you don't want to be playing us on turn 3. It's probably only going to be a 0/4 in there. It'll be like a flying defender. Whoopsie daisy. But like eventually, even with like 2 spells in the graveyard, like a 2/4 flyer for 3 is very good. Alright, what we got next?
Excuse me, jeez.
Whoops, I meant to turn that off. Heroic Reinforcements. Oh, Jesus. 2 red, white for a sorcery. Create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. Until on a turn, creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain haste. Oh. So, on playing this card, you're playing a 4/4 with haste.
Yeah.
The buffs your board.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm down as well. I'm a solid 3 on it though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Another one of those high 3s, as you can see by my frozen expression, but definitely something that's going to win you games. Definitely something that's very powerful.
So for the next card we have is Nio Bolus, the Ravager. 1 blue, black, red. The look on your face.
Yeah, oh man, I was excited for that last card.
Anyway, but Nio Bolus, the Ravager. 1 blue, black, red, 4/4 flying Elder Dragon. When Nio Bolus, the Ravager, enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card. Then for 4 blue, black, red, you exile Nio Bolus, the Ravager, then return to the battlefield, transform under zone of control, and you can only activate that as a sorcery. Now, just on this side, go back. On this side alone, I'd already probably be playing this card.
Oh, 4 mana 4 flyer that makes your opponent discard. Incredible.
Absolutely. It flips over to Nio Bolus, the Arisen, which is a planeswalker with 7 loyalty, and it has a +2 for draw 2 cards, -3 Nio Bolus, the Arisen deals 10 damage to target creature or planeswalker, -4 put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, and -12 exile all but the bottom card of target player's library.
Okay. This card's incredible. This guy got a card of 5. There's no discussion here. It's a 4/4 flyer for 4 that makes your opponent discard a card you played already. That card's already probably a 5. This card also
that
turns
card's already
into
probably a
planeswalker.
4, I'd say, yeah.
I'm sorry. Is Nio Bolus a goblin?
Oh my god, he looks like Squee.
Right? I was like sweet, like gutter snipe. Like that was where
I hate how every art of him looks different. There's no consistency to his design, at least just in his face.
He's just
it annoys me.
One powerful gobbo. No,
it annoys the hell out of me.
This card's good. Front side's good. Back side's amazing. Like you can't
you
card.
If you're in blue-black, you splash red. If you're in red-blue, you splash black. If you're in black-red, you splash blue.
If you're in white-green, you play the card anyway. Like it's that no.
Gift of Paradise.
Gift of Paradise. No, it only gives you 1 color. All right.
You run.
Claudia Morse, the Ruiner.
I'm proud of you. You pronounced it correctly the first time. It might be Palladia, but I don't know.
Palladia.
Okay, I'm gonna actually.
Palladia.
Go on, just go on.
Alright, 3 red, green, white for a 6/6 Elder Dragon with flying, vigilance, and trample. Also, if it has hexproof if it hasn't dealt damage yet. Oh, there's a lot of weird interactions with this card.
It can't even block before. If it blocks a creature, it loses hexproof.
Like, you're thinking, like, too normal. If you play Ambuscade, this creature can no longer get hexproof.
You mean Rabid Bite?
Rabbit, it's basically the same. It's the same card. It's the same card. It's one more. It's one less to power now, but it's sorry. Rabbit Bite. Play Rabbit Bite. This card loses like this is a weird
But no,
mechanic.
this
is a very powerful card.
Oh yeah, no, you even if you can take the time to try to find some enchantments and put it onto this because it has hexproof, so they can't interact with it while you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Then sure you can, and then swing in for lethal, which is just one throw. But even so, it's just a 6/6 flyer with vigilance and trample. You think you're perfectly happy?
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm worried about damage.
This.
You're in red with this card. You still have like Lava Axe and the other. Like, there's so many just very good cards. Like this is a 5.
It having hexproof can be relevant. Maybe you want to save it to get that last bit of damage in, so they can't interact with it. But the fact that it's still just a 6/6 flyer with vigilance and trample, you're probably still attacking with this the turn after you play it.
It's that good. All right, let's.
This is Nio Bolus' sister. Nothing but straight power in that family.
And apparently, yeah, except he got the goblin face.
Yeah, she actually looks badass.
You take this one. We had to switch because of Nio Bolus. The numbers are off now.
Oh, fair, yeah. Poison Tip Archer. 2 black-green elf archer with reach and death touch, and it's a 2/3. I'm on this card. Oh, sorry, I missed a line of text. It says so much. Whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life. I'm on this card like butter on toast.
I'm almost on 4 for this card.
I'm not quite on 4, but I'm definitely on a 3.
Oh man, I'm so high on this card.
It's still 4 mana for a 2/3.
Okay, here's my high. Yeah, that stat line's bad, but unlike the other 4 mana 2/3s we've had, not only does this have reach, not only does
the ability it has is incredible.
And I think that's what's pushing me over.
Still 4 mana 2/3.
Yeah. I think it's the power and toughness not worried about because the effects are like I'm never attacking with this card. But I wouldn't want to attack with this card anyway because of the final ability.
Hey,
so that's why I'm not 2 down. Yeah, what's up?
Put it to 5, it blocks her cage.
Thank you for fixing the format with Nick and okay. No, this card's very good.
Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know. I'm very much higher on that card.
I wanted to get this card. I'm upset.
Psychic Symbiont. Symbiont. 4 blue-black for a 3/3 Nightmare Horror with flying. Enters battlefield, target opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. Yeah, okay. I'm playing this.
Me too. It's fixed in Rova Horror, if you ask me. Which was just kind of nuts.
I think I'm on high 3 for this card.
Me too. High 3, very cautiously a low 4, maybe.
Yeah. Just being able to, like, a 3/3 flyer that draws your card is an effect you probably play for 5 mana. Discarding a card from your opponent's hand is definitely where that extra mana comes in, and just, like, very good effect, especially in the early game. Late game won't have that much, but even late, like, at the point in late game, you're very happy playing this card just to cycle through your deck and get a flyer on the board.
Pretty much.
So, definitely a very good card.
Next we have Regal Bloodlord. 3 white-black, 2/4 flyer. At the beginning of each end step, if you gained life this turn, any amount, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. Infinite combos with Johnny's welcome.
Got him.
I wish I was kidding, but I could legitimately see somebody playing a Johnny's welcome for this combo.
It's just not exciting.
I like this card. I'm honestly on a 3 with this card.
I think I'm on a 3 too, just because of all the life game we've seen. But like,
yeah, if you get 2, it's a 5 mana 2/4 flying. That's already a pretty decent butt in the air. If you get 1 or 2 bats off this, you're perfectly happy.
Yeah, 1 or 2 bats. That's all I need. I think 2 bats is what would make me happy. Anything lower and I'd be like, I wasted my pool. Alright. Satyr Enchanter. 1 green, white for a 2/2 Satyr Druid. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. So this kind of goes back to all the auras we were talking about earlier in green and white. It depends on how many you draft. I haven't seen, like... Obviously, the white removal's the best one, by far. Like, if you get...
Yeah.
But I don't know if this card alone's going to want me to play it.
I don't think this is made for limited.
Yeah. I could definitely see someone getting card advantage off of this, but I don't know if it's worth it to be playing this plus some not that great auras.
No, there's not a big enough collection of enchantments that you want to play.
If you have the enchantment that like comes back every time the creature dies, technically you could just keep playing, keep drawing card every time it dies, so you're replacing whatever creature died, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, but
that's about as good as
this card eventually run out.
It's about as
I'd say this is a 2.
Yeah, probably a 2. Could be subject to go higher. The body's not the worst, and the effect could be relevant, but definitely one of those like this is a super hard build around deck. Like every color pair typically has a theme. Like we saw white, blue. The set probably is more of an artifact theme. Black, red is a sack theme. This being an enchantment theme does not seem that powerful because there are not that many good enchantments for green and white.
No, I mean there's Colossal Majesty, which you might want to be playing in white. There's the one that gives you 2+2/+2 in Vigilance and makes a 2/2. There's the +2/+2 just base. There's Oakenform. There's the fixed Ranker. There's a few of them that you would want to be playing, but not. There's not a guarantee that you'll find them, that you'll get them enough to be wanting to play this card. Next, we have Skyrider Patrol, 2 green-blue for a 2/3 flying elf scout. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay green and blue. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control, and that creature gains fly until end of turn. Hey, this just feels like kind of worse, but also kind of better Pegasus Corsair?
It's a weird Pegasus Corsair, but a very powerful Pegasus Corsair. So even if Pegasus Corsair is obviously bad if your opponent has a bunch of flyers. This card's just straight up good.
Regardless.
Because every turn you automatically get the +1/+1 counter. And it's a counter, so it stays on to that creature. So I'm almost at 4 on this card.
I'd say a 3. Just because you are using your magic. And it might throw off your own tempo a little bit. Yeah. But I'm also close to a 4 just because have you ever seen a flying Gigantosaurus?
Yeah. I'm just gonna round this up. Like that effect, like we already talked about how good Pegasus Corsair is on its own. This card doesn't even require you to attack to already get a really good ability with +1/+1 counters. Then eventually when you do have the opportunity to attack, you can just swing in with a huge creature. Plus, this creature does not have to attack for your other creature to attack.
No, it's just at the beginning of combat.
Yeah, no.
So you could build up a big board, or just like build up a creature big enough to just swing in and be safe.
Yeah, this
nothing needs to attack for this ability to go off.
No, this is one of the best multicolor cards we have in this draft form. Uncommon and below level. Obviously, some of the rares are strictly better, but no, for an uncommon multicolor card, this is probably the best one I've seen yet. Very powerful, wins games. Okay. Oh no. Vevictus Asmadi. The Dire.
Vevictus Asmadi the Dire.
Okay, so Virtual Assistant the Dire is a 3 black, green, red for 6. What?
I'll leave the call.
Look, I can't pronounce that name. I gotta come up with some other acronym for VA. 6/6 Flying Elder Dragon. When it attacks, for each player, choose target permanent that player controls. Those players sacrifice those permanents. Each player who sacrificed a permanent this way reveals the top card of the library, then puts it onto the battlefield if it's a permanent card. Text. Okay. 6/6 flyer for 6 is already very good, and I'm already playing this card. Probably 4.
It's 3 colors, so it's a little... but...
Probably 4. good
This
body.
is essentially a removal spell every turn, though.
That's the thing. Like, it's a removal spell. Even if your opponent gets a permanent, the chance of them getting a better permanent than the thing you already targeted and wanted off their field is very low. Also, let's say they're playing, let's say they're playing a deck that has a dragon like this as 3 color, and they splash 1 color, so they put, like, a land in. You can destroy that land. It says permanent. So you can destroy the land that's summoning the creature, and then with my RNG, get that creature off the top of their deck. But that's not the point here.
And here's the thing, it's not a May ability, and it also affects you.
Yeah, it does.
I still say this is a 5, though.
For each player, yeah.
For each player.
Oh man, that is weird.
Yeah, I still say this is a 5, though.
I still think it's a 5 because you can just like late game you can destroy your lands if you don't need too many of them. But oh man, what
it's fire. It just flies in.
It's a weird card. Oh man,
really is.
I'm excited to play with it though. It seems like a lot of fun, but it's definitely a very weird card.
And that's the last colorless card. Now we're on to the artifacts.
Colorful card. Now we're.
Anyway. Amulet of Safekeep. I'm sorry. Amulet of Safekeeping. 2 mana, just generic, artifact, rare. Whenever you become the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1. Creature tokens get -1/-0.
This is the heaviest sideboard card I've ever seen.
But it's also just not good. Like,
post sideboard, this card seems amazing. Like, that first ability is whatever. Maybe play an extra mana so your opponent has to counter whatever. -1/-0 creature tokens could definitely be relevant against some white and red decks, and especially the blue decks with all the Thopters. Like, this...
I guess, yeah.
There's a lot of sideboard potential. This card's not mainboardable, don't play it mainboard, but...
No.
1/2. This card is a 1 or 2. But very good in the sideboard, and versus certain decks. So I'm going to give it a 2 just because it's still a rare, so it's going to be hard to obtain, so you definitely want to pick it up if you see it. But don't be picking up early. Pick it up like if it's like there's 3 cards left in the pack, and it's like those could actually be valuable.
Just I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Arcane Encyclopedia, 3 mana for an artifact, and then 3 and tap it. Draw a card. Very good card. Yeah, I'm putting this out of 3. Card advantage in a colorless card is obviously, while it's not the best card advantage you've ever seen, it's still some forms of card advantage, and we talked about 3 mana do-nothings, but this one, late game, can definitely rack up some points. You don't want to see this early game, though. It's not very good early game unless you're
just because it doesn't like it's not super good early game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of on a 2 for it.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things, like, if definitely you're playing, like, kind of a control deck and you have a lot of instants in your hand, you can keep this up, and your counterspell or removal or whatever you have in hand. I just think card draw unlimited is something that's not that... it's very scarce and limited, especially good card draw. This is just going to give you so much value over time, and it's very good.
I don't know. I'm still on a 2.
Yeah, fair enough. This card could be...
Because you don't really want more than one of these.
Oh, no. You don't need more than one of these, but the one you have is going to put it in work.
Chaos Wand. 3 generic mana for an artifact that does... This is what it... I can't talk now, I'm very tired. 4 and tap it. Target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant or sorcery card. You may cast that card without paying its mana costs. Then put the exiled cards that weren't cast this way on the bottom of the library in a random order.
Oh my goodness, this set has so many cards for my commander deck. It's ridiculous.
I like this card a lot.
Oh man, this card is great and limited. Oh man. Free stuff and you get to look through their deck? What more do you want?
So what do you say? What number? I'm not sure what number to put it at.
I'm between 3 and 4.
I feel like I'm at 3 because there's like as good as it is, it's just such a where does it fit?
First pick.
Like it's generic. It's generic mana, but like, what deck would rather be doing this than developing their board or Okay, outside of Commander.
No. Dude, this is my limited favorite time. Like, I ran, what was that card in Amaket? The...
Pyramid of the Pantheon?
No. The one that was, like...
Oracle's Vault.
Oracle's Vault. I ran that in limited, and that card was fantastic in limited.
That sounds like a U card.
It's totally a me card. But no, definitely something that could be a lot of fun to play, and definitely something that could give you a lot of advantage over time. You can see my expression of how good the card is. Okay.
Well, he fixed is this.
Well, it's mine. Whoa! You saw a lot of things there. Crucible Worlds. 3 mana for an artifact. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Don't play this card.
Oh my god, there he is.
There he is. I came in at the right time to tell you, don't play the... Okay, never mind. Oh, there we go. Okay, don't play this card, guys. Bad. It's bad.
It's a 1. There's not a lot of lands we've seen that we want to get back. And we've not seen any lands, to be honest. But
no, definitely a different format card. Limited, you're not going to even,
we haven't seen any lands to get back. I don't think there are any lands, like, special lands in this set to get back.
Like, you can, discard... Dude, the green spell that destroys all your lands and then searches up for more lands.
So yeah, just open 2 mythics.
Yeah, open 2... No, there's, I guess, cards like Tormenting Voice. You can, discard a land and play it. Don't play this card.
No. Desecrated Tomb. 3 mana artifact, rare. Whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying.
I don't see really
I don't know
any...
how I feel about this unlimited.
Creature cards, there's not many creatures that come back. There's the skeleton, which is kind of funny. Like, if you get this in the skeleton... If you get this in the skeleton, that's hilarious.
That wouldn't be hard. Like, the only hard part about that is opening Desecrated Tomb.
Yeah. This is one of those cards, like... This is one of those build-arounds, but even then, you need such specific cards. You need this and an uncommon.
Yeah, it's gonna take over some games.
There's some cards like Macabre Waltz, which will bring it back and you get a bat off of it. If you open the other legendary, that, for 7 mana, you can remove 7 cards from your graveyard.
Bones, skeleton.
Dragon? Whatever it's called, Skeleton Drake, I think it is.
I think it's Bone Dragon.
Maybe. It's like a 2. Guys, this is not even that. It's probably a 1.
I don't know.
There's not enough effects, right?
Yeah, probably not.
Unless you, like I said, unless you have obviously the combo, or you get multiple cards like Macabre Waltz, but even then you're playing 3 mana for a 1/1 flyer. It's just not that exciting.
Yeah, it's Bone Dragon, by the way.
It is Bone Dragon. I was thinking Bone Drake from Hearthstone. That's why I was like, is it that? Alright, Diamond Mare. 2 mana for a 1/3 horse. When it enters the battlefield, choose a color. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color, you gain 1 life. This card is great. Because it's the artwork. Also, the card effect is perfectly fine.
Yeah. I'd say it's a 2, to be honest.
Probably. The effect's not... Oh, man, no. I gotta go to 3. There's so many life gain effects in this set,
I guess.
High 2, low 3.
I can agree with that.
I'm gonna put it at 3 just because of the life gain mechanics. This card reminds me of there were a set of colored scepters with most of the M sets where it was if you cast a blue spell you gain a life, you cast a white spell you gain a life. Staff of the Mage, Staff of the whatever. So it's a card like that, but on a creature, those cards were fine. This ability's on a creature, and creatures are very nice to have in limited, and unlike the 3 mana artifact that gets you a life. So definitely something. And plus, if you're in white, this card's a very good card to pick up because of all the mechanics. Even in black, there's a lot of good cards to get.
Next up is Dragon's Hoard. 3 mana artifact rare. Whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, put a gold counter on Dragon's Hoard. Tap it. You can tap it and remove a gold counter from Dragon's Hoard and draw a card, or you can tap it and add 1 mana of any color. This is just strictly better Manalith, and you might already be playing Manalith because it's in the set. We'll get to it.
Yeah, it's fixing for your dragon decks.
But it's not the rare you want to see in your pack.
No. There are a
There's
few
a two.
common dragons and uncommon dragons that you're more than happy to run with, as we've seen in mostly red.
Yeah. So you may be able to draw a couple cards off this.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make me want to put it more than a 2.
Well, Manolith was probably a 2, right? And I think that ability can probably boost up to a 3.
I don't really agree, because it requires a build around. There's only one color, really, that you're going to be playing this with.
Alright. If you like to
So
play
you don't really need the mana fixing then?
Yeah. If you like playing Manolith and Amonkhet, pick up this card, because it's better than Manolith. Oh, okay. I haven't seen you in ages. Explosive apparatus. A single mana for an artifact. Okay. 3 and tap it. Sacrifice explosive apparatus. Shock.
I give this a 3, to be honest.
I think we gave Shock a 3. I'm giving this 2 personally.
I don't know. This. I guess maybe I'm thinking back to when Delirium mattered.
Yeah, no, Delirium mattered then. This is like... Oh, man.
I just think this is fine as a common.
4 mana, 2 damage? It's not that good. Like, there's so many better cards in the set for removal.
I've died to this more times than I like
Just
to
because you
admit.
died to it doesn't mean it's good. I could die to seismic shift and I still wouldn't be like, oh man, seismic. I don't know.
Okay, two is whatever. 2.
I'm on 2.
It's fine.
Could go up. It's bad removal, but it's still removal, so you might see yourself
Yeah.
picking it up. Oh man.
Field Creeper. 2 mana, 2/1 artifact creature scarecrow. It's fine.
It's a piker. It's probably just
It's a
2.
piker.
Still-
It combos with Aether Shield with the Aether Shield one that gets +2/+2, and that's Arcane artifact creature though. Indestructible, so that'd be nice. It's a 4/3 with indestructible then. But
Artifact matters. It could come in handy, but it's just a piker.
Yeah.
It doesn't even
It's
have a
just a
good
piker.
ability. It's just whatever. It might be lower, but it's a piker. Fountain of Renewal. Single mana. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain a life. And for 3 mana, sacrifice Fountain of Renewal, draw a card.
So I found something I want to play with 2/3 flyer vampire more than Ajani's Welcome.
Yeah. I'm debating if this is a 2 or 3.
I say a 2, just because the incidental life gain is important with some things, and then drawing a card, it can just draw you a card if you need it.
Definitely good in some combo decks, so it might be higher and we might be lowballing this one, but I don't know. Something to play around with. 1 life typically isn't that great and limited.
I don't know. Maybe like 1.5. I don't know.
I mean, I was
But
saying
we can do
it could go up, but...
I was gonna say go down. I don't know. That's super good. Anyway, Gargoyle Sentinel. Wait, isn't this? Did I read the past 2?
No, I heard the last one.
I am so out of it.
We only give you
Gargoyle-
top content quality here on Wired Dragon's YouTube page.
Gargoyle Sentinel. 3 mana, 3/3 defender. Gargoyle. For 3 mana, until end of turn, Gargoyle Sentinel loses defender and flying.
This is like the only defender that I want to play with the multicolored dragon. Because this defender's actually fine.
Yeah.
Because it gains flying too. Like, this is a very fine card.
It's potentially pretty good, especially since you can do that on their turn and then just have a flying blocker out of blue.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me a little bit of the enchantment from Amonkhet, the 1 in the blue for you get a 3/3 if you cast an instant or sorcery. Obviously this one's better just because instant and sorceries are hard in Amonkhet, or just in limited in general. This is just a mana ability that you can put in. Yeah, I'm blanking on it too. So I'm probably going to give it a high 2, low 3.
Yeah, fair.
I'll round up to 3 just because it's a 3 mana 3/3. Its stats are fine. It has defender, but you're not really attacking into it unless you want to get the flying off. Gearsmith Guardian. 5 mana for a 3/5 construct. When it gets +2/+0 as long as you control a blue creature. So it's okay. It's probably a 2.
I mean, the art is just the continuation of Gearsmith Prodigy, which was the 1 mana 1/1 that becomes a 2/2 if you control an artifact creature.
It's
just...
if we're rating this as if it would be a blue card, I'd probably be putting this in the 2. Obviously, if it's in any other color, it's a 1. But there are some mechanics in blue that buff artifacts. It'll probably be a 5/5 if you're in a blue deck. So 5 mana 5/5.
It's a 5 mana 5/5. That's fine. Next up, we have Magistrate Scepter. 3 mana artifact with 4 and tap it. Put a charge counter on Magistrate Scepter. Tap it and remove 3 charge counters from Magistrate Scepter. Take an extra turn after this one. I just want to call this as a 1. It's so slow.
It's so slow.
It's just not. I don't feel like it's. For 12 mana, take an extra turn.
15 on the first one.
Yeah. I wanted to call this a 1.
Like, even the extra turn in limited really doesn't matter unless you're ahead on board.
Yeah.
It's not. And if you're putting 4 mana into this every turn, you're probably not ahead on board.
No.
Oh boy. Oh wait, it's just Manolith. Wait, we actually just had Manolith. 3 mana.
No, I told them. I said that this is in the set.
Oh man. It's just add a color. Add a mana color to your. Yeah, add 1 mana of any color. It's
a little bit of ramp. It's fixing. It's fine.
It's 2.
It's a 2.
Obviously, if you get the rare version of Manolith, you get the rare version of Manolith, and you're happy with your life. But it's Manolith.
Pretty much, yeah. Marauder's Axe. 2 mana equipment. Equip for 2. Equip creature gets +2/+0.
Artifact equipment's fine. Probably 2.
I was gonna put it at like a 1. I don't care about this card at all.
Yeah, not really exciting. The thing about artifact equipment is that it'll at least stay on the battlefield if the creature dies, so that's always something to look forward to. But
yeah, but this is such a vanilla thing.
Yeah, it's just +2/+0. I think I actually think I like short sword more, just because not only is it cheaper, but 1 toughness I find more intriguing than the X-ray attack on this card. But
yeah,
Meteor Golem, 7 mana for a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, destroy target non-land permanent upon controls. This card this card actually might put in some work.
It's a 3/3 that kills anything.
Yeah. High 3, low 4. We talked about the 6 mana red removal spell earlier, and we were not so great on it. Not only does this kill anything,
yeah, but that's just damage. This gives you a body and can destroy any non-land permanent. It doesn't have to be a creature.
Well, okay, you finished the sentence for me. Good teamwork. But yeah, no, this card is definitely very powerful and worth the extra mana to be able to have a body and get rid of literally anything on the field.
Yeah, me and Myron are perfectly in sync. We finish each other's.
Get back to me. Hold on.
Okay.
Sentences. Got it.
Okay.
First time.
That was such a dumb joke.
Thank you.
Anyway, the next card we have is the millstone, which is probably why he forgot how to end my.
I just had. Hold on.
Okay. All right. Millstone is 2 mana for an artifact that reads, for 2 mana, tap it, and target player puts the top 2 cards of his or library into their graveyard.
This is
Back in like old Magic, this was a win con.
It might still be a win con this set. We already saw 2 very powerful mill spells in blue in this set. I'm thinking like 3 or 4 for this card.
I say 3,
Okay.
just because recurring mill of this variety is actually kind of scary.
Mm-hmm. So
with a 40 card deck.
Mill's definitely an archetype, so be wary of that, because we got Millstone, we got the one where if you draw a card, you put 2 of your opponent's cards into the battlefield. We got the rare. Like, there's a lot of very good mill this set, and it's actually kind of exciting. We haven't had good mill since Origins.
Yeah.
Rogue's Gloves, 2 mana for an artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card for equip 2. This card didn't see much play when it was originally done, but it's definitely a very good effect. The issue is it doesn't gain you like power, so it's like, how are we dealing the extra damage? So this is probably.
I mean, you're happy picking up 1.
Yeah,
to just like
probably
get some possible incidental.
2, maybe high 2 for me.
There's plenty of like not blockable effects, or just blocked by 1 creature effects.
That's what I'm saying, high 2.
Yeah.
It could go up to 3. Like I said, card draw is pretty hard to come by. This is conditional card draw because you definitely need to make sure the creature deals damage. But if you have an evasive threat, like Naolis said, definitely very good.
Yeah, or ways to make your threat evasive.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have the Sizzled Sword of Valoron. For 3 mana, you get an equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has Vigilance, and is a knight in addition to its other types, which could be relevant. Whenever equipped creature attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance that's attacking. 4.
Yeah. It's really good. Oh, man. That's so good. This is high 4 for me, too. Like...
Yeah, it's just...
It's an artifact, so it'll always stay on the field. So this ability will always be relevant. And even if you attack with the token you created... Like, assuming they kill, let's say they kill whatever this a creature equipped with was attacked, you can now equip it to that knight, attack with that knight, get another knight. Like, this is an infinite creature generator, and, oh man, it's really hard to deal with in limited.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a...
Infina 4/2s?
Infina 4/2. Sky Scanner, 3 mana, 1/1 flyer, and there's a battlefield, draw a card. Like a 2 for me.
I'd say so.
Obviously, it could work well in the artifact synergies. It's a 3 mana 1/1 that draws you a card. Could be relevant, but that's a lot of mana for not that great of stats. And while the evasion could be relevant,
draws you a card, but is that really?
There's a 1 mana 1/2 flyer in the set. Come on.
Yeah.
This card is not good. It's not what we're looking for.
Speaking of good stuff with Rogue's Gloves, Suspicious Bookcase. 2 mana 0/4 defender with 3 and tap it. Target creature can't be blocked this turn.
Good with Rogue's Gloves. Good with the entire format. This card's great.
Yeah.
The stat line itself is perfectly fine. It's a 2 mana 0/4 defender. Defenders aren't typically that good, but that ability is a very good ability.
We saw a lot of 4-powered things.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair.
So I'm thinking probably around a 3, maybe higher for this card.
I'd say a 3 is fine.
Yeah, definitely very powerful effect. Can win you games off the back of this. Can get you stuff like Rogue's Gloves triggers that we were talking about earlier. Just very, very good magic card.
Yeah. Now for our last card of the set.
Oh my goodness, is it? Thank goodness. I can't read it.
Transmogrifying Wand.
Okay, 3 mana artifact. T-Wand enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. For 1 and tap, you can remove a charge counter. Destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 2/4 white ox creature token. Activates this ability anytime you cast a sorcery.
That's a nice Colossal Dreadmite you got there.
I mean, I'm very...
It'd be a shame if I made
It's so weird. It doesn't,
It's very good.
Yeah. It's just weird and limited because, technically doesn't remove any threats. It just lowers the threat of it.
So I'm a 4 on this because you can destroy your own creatures.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to blow up a dragon egg.
I'm probably a 3 personally. The issue is that you're still going to have to deal with a bunch of 2/4s, assuming you get rid of... Obviously, it'll be good to get rid of your opponent's big threats, but you're still left with threats to deal with, so it's kind of a weird subject.
That's a cute Nicol Bolas you got there.
I mean...
It'd be a shame if it turned into an ox.
In response to transform it. Wait a minute.
How did you do that?
How do you... Dude, he had 17 of the stat guys. That's how he did it.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Yeah, this card's probably high 3, low 4 for me, so I'll go ahead and give it 4. Can get rid of some of the most potent threats and some of the win cons of your opponent, but you do have to worry the fact that you're still leaving them with a bunch of 2/4s. Well,
if you really need to, you can upgrade a creature of your own.
Mm-hmm. With that, as you can see, we have as much emotion as I have no actual comparison there because I have that much emotion. Thank you for watching the set review.
The lack of emotion we have is incomparable.
Thank you for watching. If you like this stuff, maybe not. Maybe just links down below. There's stuff down there.
We're not even like trying super hard right now. We're just both tired.
Oh man, we're done. We did it.
We did.
We did it. Here's a Kiora emblem for value. I don't know why I found it. It's just on.
I thought you were saying a Cure album. And
yeah, I don't even know who that is, but we
That's
did it. We got a new album coming out this September. Check
No,
us out.
don't lie to them.
We lied to you. We have no album coming out this September. Thanks for watching.
Good night, guys.
Bye.